You think so? Well, I can take it.
I wouldn't want you to break those perfect porcelain cap teeth when the juice hits your brain.
They became the king and queen of Gotham City.
What's good, y'all? Coming at y'all with a couple movie news stories, some comic book world stuff. I'm sure if you haven't heard, Jared Leto, he's getting his own solo movie as the Joker character. You know, the one we seen in the Suicide Squad movie. So I thought that was great news. I felt like the Warner Brothers Studios owed us for the crap they gave us in Suicide Squad. I think that with everything going on in the DCEU, that was probably one of the worst problems they had, was just really teasing Jared Leto was going to be in Suicide Squad. I thought he was going to be the main villain. It didn't turn out that way, so I think they owed it to the fans and to Jared Leto as an actor, because when you think about what Heath Ledger and Jared Leto, the human beings and the actors go through to prepare for a role like that, I think when you edit out every part of his role in the movie, is really disrespectful, and it probably pissed him off. And I'm seeing on social media, pissed off all the fans. I mean, they had some witch or something being the main villain in Suicide Squad. So yeah, I think they owed it to us, the fans, and to Jared Leto as the actor, to give us a solo movie. And I think when you make the solo movie, it should be about him primarily, you know, his origins, maybe leading up to why he was in Arkham Asylum and when he met Harley Quinn. But I think that when you do something like that, you got to be careful who's the good guy or bad guy, or however you want to characterize it. Who's he going up against, or what is the movie going to be about? Because if you try to make it about Batman primarily and Joker going at it, that could be something that you could work towards the end of the movie. But at the same time, I think you should make 3/4 of the movie primarily about the Joker and, you know, where does he come from? What's his origins that you're going to have for the DCEU? Because I don't want to overshadow the Joker movie by having Batman in there too much, or any other character for that matter. I just want it to be an origin story about the Joker.
I helped you.
You helped me by erasing my mind.
All right, and next up, not to just pick on the DCEU, but we got some more news coming out of there. It's been a little fun debate about what makes DCEU, I guess the DC films, so bad as far as their action scenes. And as far as like the Justice League or Suicide Squad, Man of Steel, Wonder Woman, all those movies are in the DC universe. So I guess I think what makes their scenes so bad is that they missed the mark with their characters to begin with. Like Batman, you don't know if you want Batman from the warehouse scene and Batman versus Superman, or do you want Batman to be that guy who gets his ass kicked by a parademon in Justice League? You know what I mean? So like that difference and inconsistency. So it's like when you have Man of Steel and Superman and Zod and all them, they destroyed a whole city, and after that they went and destroyed another city. So that was just way over the top. And then you have something like Batman versus Superman, where it's almost a 3-hour movie and they only fight for like what, 3-4 minutes, if that. You know, see what I mean? It's just a real big inconsistency. When it's Man of Steel, you go way over the top and they destroy, you know, 2 cities. But when it's Batman versus Superman, something that should be way over the top and epic, you just give us a really dramatic, long, drawn out movie with barely any action or fighting in there between the 2 characters who are in the title. It's supposed to be Batman versus Superman. So again, it's inconsistency. When you look at Justice League, it seemed like they try to make their action scenes slow motion, long, drawn out, and put this operatic music on like it's so dramatic, like Shakespeare is writing this stuff. And when you get so dramatic and over the top like that, and then the moves that they're actually doing, your characters, are pretty basic, it doesn't add up. So you're giving me epic, over the top, you know, music and score and all this stuff, and slow motion zoom ins and close-ups, and you're doing all this dramatic stuff. But then when I look at what the character is actually doing, well, they're just throwing a basic punch or they're kicking somebody. So it's really not epic at all. Again, it's just inconsistency. I think when you look at the difference between a Marvel film and like a DC film, well, look at Captain America Winter Soldier. You know, the beginning scene when he's fighting everybody on that ship, or even the scenes where him and Bucky have hand-to-hand combat, those are 10 times better than anything you've seen in the whole DC universe. I'll tell you what, the DCEU has actually had a few good fight scenes, As far as Batman in the warehouse, I feel like the Wonder Woman movie, when she ran on the field and she had her shield against all those guns, I felt like that was an epic ass fight scene when she ran through and fought all the soldiers. So I thought that was a pretty good scene. I thought that Zod and Superman had a halfway decent fight scene. Of just, like I say, it was a little bit over the top, but as a whole, yeah, their fight scenes are very like, when I look at Justice League and I see that Steppenwolf and like, it really took all y'all to beat that guy's ass when Superman just dismantled him so easily. Aquaman pretty much whooped his ass by himself at the end of the movie. Even Wonder Woman was, you know, kicking his ass a little bit. So it doesn't match up. So the problem with DCEU as a whole is that they don't understand the characters that they're writing for. It seemed like these people never have even read a comic book to know who Batman is, who Superman is, you know, what their power levels are. Is Batman the guy from the warehouse, or is he the guy getting his ass whipped by a parademon? You know, is Superman so strong that he can just lift up spaceships and take Doomsday into outer space? So he should really, one punch, he should really demolish Steppenwolf back to just dust, to be honest with you. I mean, it's just, like I say, inconsistency. So that's the problem with the DCEU as a whole, and the problem especially with their action scenes is they're trying to go epic, but they're really basic. That's just my opinion, y'all. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It is very much appreciated, y'all. And I'll catch your ass out there in the universe. Peace.
Of chaos, not how I see it. Give it time.